Guys, all I can tell you right now is that it is an extremely scary time to be playing Grand Theft Auto Online because the Rockstar ban wave train has no brakes and it could easily be coming for you. So I know I've talked about ban waves in the past, and every time I say, there's been a couple examples of people complaining about bans, or you should see what's going on, either the Rockstar support forum or Google if you just search Grand Theft Auto Online bans. What I'm going to do now is show you guys one of the most intense montages of threads that have been created on sites like Reddit and the Rockstar support site, saying, why am I banned? What's going on? Ban wave is happening. This is my story with, getting banned in Grand Theft Auto Online. And needless to say, this is frightening. And this is just a couple that I've grabbed over the last week or so. I'm sure I'm doing an injustice by not being able to include all of the various ban posts that I've seen on these different sites over the past couple days, but there would just be no way to do that. There are so many ban notifications going on right now in Grand Theft Auto Online, and it is extremely scary. And all of this seems to have been happening after Rockstar's recent kind of ban and suspension policy update right after they removed all of that modded money. It seems like things took a real turn for the worst here, and I've described it in the past as kind of a spray and pray tactic. Yes, Rockstar are eliminating a bunch of the cheaters and hackers and people that do deserve to be banned, but at the same rate, they're taking a lot of innocent people with them, and it almost kind of makes you question, is that strategy worth it when so many innocent people go down as well? So hopefully that gave you a quick look at just the amount of bans that have been going on and the people that have been complaining about it. So it is a highly discussed topic in the community. And I know today is Thanksgiving. That's when this video is going up. And we know the holidays are right around the corner. Well, it doesn't seem like Rockstar is very much in a cheerful spirit or is having that holiday love, because they're handing out bans left and right. And I've actually got 3 pretty crazy stories that I've heard over the past couple days regarding these bans, and I thought I would share them for you guys right now, and also kind of give you some ways in which you might be able to avoid something like this going forward. So let me explain story number 1, and this is something that someone has messaged me, and I've also seen examples of this happening as well. So you guys remember a couple months ago, or maybe about a month and a half ago, Rockstar removed a bunch of illegitimate funds and modded money from Grand Theft Auto Online. It was like the giant money purge of Grand Theft Auto 5, where billions and trillions of dollars of modded money were removed from players' accounts. Now, what's really weird is that there have been some instances, which I've covered on my channel, of players getting their modded money back. Like, all of a sudden, they were playing Grand Theft Auto 5, they logged in the next day, and boom, they had all of their modded money back into their account, which some people might consider lucky, but that could also be dangerous. And for some people, yes, it has turned out to be dangerous, because there have been reports of players that had their modded illegitimate money removed. It was then randomly given back to them, and then they received a permanent ban from Grand Theft Auto Online. So you might be saying to yourself, well, that's kind of confusing. Don't they deserve the ban? No, not necessarily, because when Rockstar removed the illegitimate gain money, the message they said was, we're not doing anything to your account. You're not in trouble. You're not getting suspended or anything like that. We're just resetting your balance. So to give you guys an example, this would be like a bank robber getting caught by the police after they had already robbed the bank. So the police officers show up to the bank robber's house or wherever they have the money, and they say, okay, we've caught you and we're going to make a deal with you. Instead of taking you to jail or killing you, what we're going to do is we're just going to take all this money, we're going to leave you with $20,000, and we're going to walk away. You can go your separate way. We're going to go our separate way. That's kind of the Rockstar relationship with the people that had illegitimate modded money. However, the scenario would be like then the cops proceeding to put the money back into the bank robber's house or vault or wherever they're, have it. And then a day or two later, coming back to the house to not only come to them and confront them about the money, but maybe make an arrest, put them in jail, or possibly, kill them on the spot, which would be the example of being permanently banned. So that's basically what happened. And I don't know if by that means if it was a glitch or a bug, but that's kind of what's going on right now in online, which is really, really scary. It's almost like, you can keep the money. I don't want to be banned. So that's one really weird story I heard. Another weird story I've heard is that players that had the modded money taken away from them now are having their accounts deleted. So the way Rockstar's ban and suspension policy works, you get one strike, which is a temporary ban, and then the second strike is a permanent ban. So I have heard players on their temporary ban having their accounts deleted. So once their temporary ban is up, they'll try to, get back into Grand Theft Auto Online, and they won't have a character. And they'll have to start over from scratch, or they'll have to get a new account. And obviously, you don't want to have to do that. That could be a giant pain. Some people might have invested multiple 2 or 3 years into their online character. So that could be a devastating loss, which obviously is really scary. I don't know the exact details of why that is happening or the circumstances in which some cases of that are happening, but that is something that is occurring. Now, the third thing I've seen is actually modders banning players in game. I don't know how they do it, whether it's through some like hacking mechanism or whatnot, but I've seen players that are able to like change their name to something like Rockstar or admin, and then what they're doing is sending players messages saying like, we are going to ban you, or, you are going to get banned. So this is a result of people that are being targeted in random lobbies from, players that have the ability to ban them with these mod menus and these, hacking things that people are paying for, which is extremely dangerous. Now, that last scenario is more than likely only taking place on the PC. I really don't think anything like that is possible on the consoles, but I also don't want to give you a confirmation because I don't know what goes on the deep, dark web regarding console modding. That's really not my specialty, but for now, it looks as if the majority of that stuff is happening on the PC. So let's talk about how you guys can avoid this, because that's obviously pretty scary. Number one, you need to try and document yourself as best as you can. What I would do is kind of build a resume for yourself. I know that sounds kind of awkward and you really associate that with job interviews, but get a little recording of your online stats. Show how many cars you've sold, show how much money you've made, and show like how many days you've played, your kill death ratio. And if that's normalized, just kind of store that for ever the off chance and the rare occasion that you might end up getting banned, whether it's for legit reasons or for non-legit reasons. You kind of just want to keep that stored away until the time comes. So that's probably number one, record yourself, getting yourself ready to go in case something like this happens, so you do have proof available for Rockstar support or whoever you have to deal with. Tip number two, and this is something I always preach in my videos, and that is just avoid public lobbies. I know obviously some of this can be done in a private or invite only or crew sessions. Some people have like the ability to spectate others, and that will allow them to like get into your game. It's a weird and confusing process, but you'll be able to avoid the majority of these things happening to you just by staying out of the public eye. So I know that can be extremely difficult when you are trying to do something like the biker missions or the CEO stuff, which forces you to go in a public lobby. However, if that is the case, I would try a couple tricks on trying to get into a private solo session. Now, there are some things you can do by messing with your firewall settings or port forwarding, but really if you just like search for a public session a couple times, you should get one where you're either by yourself or whether there's like 1 or 2 other players in there, and hopefully they won't end up bothering you. So if you are doing something in a public session, try and do that. And number 2, like I said, just avoid public sessions if you're not doing anything that requires it. Invite only, crew sessions, friend sessions are typically the best way to go. On 99% of my live streams, you're gonna see me in a crew session. It's just a great way to avoid players that are gonna try and cause harm to you. So that's typically what I always do. I always stay in those crew sessions or invite only unless absolutely necessary. So anyways, I thought these were 3 pretty incredible stories, and it just shows you the madness that is going on right now in Grand Theft Auto Online and in these public lobbies regarding a massive ban wave. Like I mentioned earlier, the brakes are not working on this ban wave train, and it could easily be coming to you because so many reports have been coming in of innocent players getting banned that have never touched mods or never touched modded money, and that is pretty scary if I do say so myself. So I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments section down below on a couple things. Number 1, have you ever been banned? What was your story like? Was it easy to get out of the ban? Did you have to create a new account? Or number 2, do you know someone that's been banned? What's their story? What platform did it happen on? Were they on the PC? Were they on Xbox One? Were they on PS4? I think it's really interesting, just like the couple stories that I told today. I think it's a very, very interesting thing that's happening. And the bottom line here is I think Rockstar might need to tweak their system a little bit. This isn't the first time we've heard reports of innocent players getting banned, and sometimes it's for things that are out of their control, like various programs that might be open on their computer, like OBS or Spotify or something along those lines, which obviously they're not doing anything wrong. They just have a program open that Grand Theft Auto 5 is confusing for something that might be more malicious. So at the end of the day, just be very careful. Grand Theft Auto Online is kind of a scary time right now. Hopefully, we've got a new update coming soon in December that will maybe be able to fix something like this. I have no clue how the back end on that is going to work, but like I said, just be safe. I don't want you guys getting banned. That would really suck. But anyways, that's all the information that I have for you guys in this video today. Hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, be sure to leave a like rating on the video. That would be awesome. As well as subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With out of the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.